Even though her APGAR was 8 through 9, from the first moment I held Gaby, I felt something was wrong. My baby was very lethargic and quiet, like a rag doll. She didn't have the energy to eat and would fall asleep without even a minute of breastfeeding. For long months, she missed her developmental milestones. At 5 months, she entered the early childhood intervention system, where she would receive speech, occupational, and physical therapy. Gaby underwent countless studies looking for a reason for her developmental delays, yet all the results were within the normal limits. The feeling of loneliness was even worse, but eventually, we found that we were never alone. And we simply had not met all those families who, like us, were thirsty to know. It was not about fixing her, but improving her quality of life. Gaby continued with all her many therapies and unending medical tests and unconfirmed diagnoses: cerebral palsy, Angelman syndrome, Williams syndrome, Rett syndrome, Prader-Willi syndrome, Creux-de-Chat syndrome, etc. Subsequently, a medical geneticist diagnosed Gaby with an atypical Cohen syndrome, but left the door open for some other problem. We carried this diagnosis for several years. The specialist who treated her agreed that only one final study would be needed to ensure the diagnosis: whole exome sequencing, the latest in genetics. Our daughter has an extremely rare genetic mutation in the HNR-NPH2 gene. So finally, after 8 long years of searching and waiting, we had a diagnosis. Now there is another problem. There are only a few persons identified so far with this genetic error, and so this condition is identified as ultra-rare. Having identified the condition opened the door to meet what we call our tribe, other families with mostly daughters with this disability, and to meet Gaby's condition sisters. Meeting our tribe gives us the opportunity to share our experiences with other parents with the same challenges, including issues with communication, developmental, feeding, vision, mobility, and orthopedics, among other things. It is the clear definition of a support group. We found that the odyssey to find a diagnosis is quite common, but for us, it was well worth it, because what we have learned is for Gaby's benefits. Sharing her accomplishments and challenges with the other families and learning about the other girls has been the key point in recognizing that we are not alone, and we never were.